your 18 machines, once someone or you wires up the provider swap, you'd have quad code quality. That fork is coming very soon. So since somebody's already working on this, of course, well, they should be. If they're not, they should start now. What are the legal liabilities of this? Like for example, let's pretend that me, little scared moon dev, were to fork it and make it possible to work with MiniMax or any other model in the world. Now we got Claude Code for everything. Is that legal? Is it sketch? They'll probably sue. Yeah. What type of thing are you setting yourself up for? Should I just leave this to somebody that's got nothing to lose? Yeah, so that's my worry. Like I could build this and I could push this to GitHub, but I don't want any smoke. I don't want any smoke, dude. I don't want any smoke. So yeah. Always got to check that. Running 2 agents. So we're exploring the repo here as well. So I'm going to know much more here in a bit. But this is fascinating stuff. Fascinating. I'm curious. This is going to be my last question I have for her here. Okay, here's the straight talk. License situation. There is no open source license. The repo explicitly says unlicensed, not for redistribution. Okay, let's read through this. This is important. Leaked proprietary source code belongs to Anthropic PBC. Proceed with your own legal risks. The contributing.md treats SRC as read only. Don't touch the original code. This is not like Meta releasing Llama with permission or permissive license. This is proprietary code that got extracted from NPM source maps and someone put it on GitHub. What you'd be exposing yourself to, copyright infringement. That's the big one. Anthropic owns the code. Forking it, modifying it, and distributing a Claude Code for MiniMax product would be reproducing copyrighted work without permission, which Anthropic does. Creating derivative works without a license grant, which Anthropic does. If you monetize it or it hurts their subscription revenue, that's where the damages get real, which Anthropic does. Trade secrets. Potentially, if Anthropic argues these source maps were an accident, not intentional release, the code could be considered a trade secret. Using known leaked trade secrets is legally risky, even if you weren't the one who leaked it. The Anthropic employee angle, you mentioned someone from Anthropic posted it publicly, and if that's true and they had authority to do so, it changes things. But an employee posted it doesn't mean Anthropic authorized it. A rogue employee releasing code doesn't grant you a license. The real risk, reading the code, very low. Studying the architecture, very low. Building your own tool inspired by the patterns, low. Forking it and redistributing it as is medium high. Forking, adding MiniMax is high. Selling, monetizing a fork is very high. I'm not going to do any of those things. Yes. So should you leave this to someone who has nothing to lose? Yes. You have a brand, Moondive, GitHub presence, YouTube, presumably. You're not anonymous. Anthropic's lawyers can find you in 5 minutes. Someone in a different jurisdiction will do this anyways. A dev in a country where US copyright enforcement is weak will fork this and add OpenAI MiniMax support. It's probably already happening within those 5,000 forks, dude. People are already cooking. The smarter play for you, wait for one of those forks to mature, then use it privately on your 18 machines. Running a fork locally for personal use is virtually unenforceable and extremely low risk. Distributing it is where you get into trouble. Even smarter play, build your own agentic coding tool inspired by the architecture that you now understand. Clean room and implementation. You've seen the blueprint, the tool system, the orchestration loop, the permission bundle, yada yada. The practical reality, Anthropic will probably DMCA within a few days or weeks, but the code is already forked 5,000 times. The cat's out of the bag. The patterns architecture, the most likely outcome, Anthropic either open sources Claude Code properly to control the narrative, or they play whack-a-mole with DMCAs. Either way, you don't need to be the one holding the hammer. I'm not doing it, but they are definitely going to go ahead and drop it. Where is that? Should be a link, Ash. Ash says that they dropped it, but like I don't see Anthropic's. Is this Anthropic's GitHub? Because this is Anthropic. Okay, Anthropic. It is. So they already dropped it. They made it public. There's just no licensing thing. This is the only thing they could have done, right? So I don't know. This is interesting. I'm excited for people to build on it. I'm not